Samyang, or Rocking On as it is known in the US, is one of the brands that is coming up with the new, different and interesting lenses right now. This is their new ultra wide angle wide aperture zoom lens, 14-24mm f2.8, that is this small, fairly light, and a lens that is, at least on paper, a dream come true for landscape or real estate photographers and filmmakers. So what do we have here? Is this a lens for you? Keep watching and I'll try to answer those questions, and I'll demonstrate what it does and how it performs. It is a full frame lens right now, available only for Sony E-mount. As Samyang is in the L-mount alliance, we can only hope that it will eventually make its way to L-mount, but for now it's only available for Sony users. Samyang is a South Korean lens manufacturer that has been making really good lenses recently, but this is their first collaboration with Schneider-Kreuznach. Schneider-Kreuznach is a German brand known for producing high-end optics, mainly large format lenses. So naturally, high expectations here. Before I tell you more about it, quick thingy, I don't know what you call it, a note. If you enjoyed this video and it is any value to you, please consider subscribing and hit that bell button so you don't miss my future reviews. It helps me more than you think. Also, all the images in this video taken with this lens have been edited using my own presets in Adobe Lightroom. The link to these presets is in the description below. So, how does this lens perform? This is a lens that delivers superbly sharp, clear, beautifully looking images. The sharpness is very impressive, edge to edge, even wide open. This is maybe not the easiest lens to shoot with due to that wide field of view. It is kind of a specialist tool, a lens suitable for specific application like landscape, architecture, interiors, but also astrophotography. Very little, if any, chromatic aberration makes this lens a perfect choice for those who want to photograph night sky. I took it with me when traveling to Lisbon in Portugal as a one lens for everything, and it did not disappoint me. I'm a fan of that wide angle look and I find it fun to shoot with. It makes everything look different than what naked eye can see, and especially when changing the perspective or finding that unusual angle. It lets you to shoot images looking a little bit different than the norm. It lets you to feel good about what you are capturing because it is so different. The little zoom range makes it just a little bit more versatile than a one-trick wide angle pony. You get ultra wide at 14mm and standard wide angle at 24mm. At 14mm you do get more wide angle distortion. At the time of filming this, there is no Adobe Lightroom lens profile from Adobe yet. You can do distortion correction manually, it's easy, not a big deal, or download the lens profile from Samyang's website and install it in Camera Raw for Photoshop and Lightroom manually. This will not only fix the distortion but also slide vignetting at 14mm automatically. I put a link in the description below. Autofocus works really great, no issues whatsoever. However, I have noticed that the lens have been draining the camera batteries a little bit quicker than usual. I guess this is something to do with the autofocus and how it works, certainly something that could be fixed or updated with the future firmware updates. Minimum focusing distance usually is very good with wide angle lenses, and this is no exception, 18 centimeters across entire zoom range. You can literally get so close to your subject that it can almost touch the end of the lens. This is a great way to capture the world in a different way. It creates unusual close-ups, and unusual makes images stand out more most of the time. It allows you to shoot more variety photos if you only have this lens on camera or with you. Big deal, especially for landscape photographers, is the fact that you can use traditional screw-on filters with this lens. Sigma 14-24mm, as far as I'm aware, all other 14mm primes or 14-24mm zooms have curved front glass element, so you need to use specialist rear lens filters. Here it is all standard filter thread, making it possible to use the filters you already own. Like I've been using this pretty cool FREEWELL hybrid variable ND and circle polarizing filter kit on it. Video, great lens for capturing that action cam wide angle look with great lens choice for gimbal work, like real estate for example. That ultra wide angle is perfect for enhancing the sense of motion. Lens extends to zoom in and out a little bit, but the center of gravity doesn't change much, so you can use the zoom range while having the camera balanced on a gimbal. Autofocus works very well here, silent and super reliable. It's a great lens choice for handheld filming or vlogging like this. The wide angle is very forgiving when it comes to small handshakes or hand jitters. Also the zoom, the 14-24, gives you a bit more versatility. 14 gives you great angle to show yourself and surrounding, but also the 24, it's a little bit more personal. You get none of those jelly-like wobbles in the corners, which is good. There's a little bit of focus breathing visible at 14mm, but none at 24. Just like with chromatic aberration, flaring is really nicely under control too. Nothing crazy or unpredictable, really nice. Built. This is the smallest 14-24mm f2.8 lens on the market right now. Sigma is almost twice as big and almost twice as heavy too. This weighs very respectable 445 grams. Very portable lens for those landscape or astrophotographers who need to hike with a camera gear for miles. Also great size for travel and vlogging. Very impressive what they have done with it. As I mentioned before, standard front screw on filter thread with the filter size of 77mm. No built-in stabilization, but fully weather sealed against moisture and dust. The lens extends at 14mm and goes back in the barrel to zoom in. Backwards, but standard with a lot of wide-angle zooms. Standard AF/MF switch, focus hold button that can be programmed to do other things via the camera. Firm and nice to turn focus and zoom rings. There's also an external USB-C socket for connecting it to the computer for installing future firmware updates. No need for the lens dock as with some previous Samyang lenses. Overall, it feels very well designed and built pro-grade lens. Price and who is this lens for? Not only the smallest 14-24mm f2.8 lens, but also the cheapest. £1,050 here in UK or about $1,200 in US under Rocking On label. I think this is a very good price for a lens like this. If you really need an ultra wide angle, wide aperture zoom, there isn't that many options to choose from. This is a perfect tool for landscape photographer, but not only. The minimal chromatic aberration, edge-to-edge sharpness, wide open makes it really suitable for astrophotography too. I'm not a landscape or astrophotographer, but I do like wide angle lenses like this a lot. For me, this is a perfect travel lens, a lens to capture architecture and wacky looking close-ups with, and one that gives so much joy to use. The size makes it portable and the price makes it very accessible for all those who need a reliable, well-made, high-quality lens. Conclusion: I think Samyang absolutely nailed it with this lens. It's sharp, it's small, it's light, and it does the job really well. Honestly, for the price and what you get in return, I don't see much to complain about. This is a serious tool for anyone who likes to shoot wide, whether it's landscapes, buildings, skies, or interiors, but also just a fun lens to use. And this is something we sometimes forget. Gear should be fun too. Using this lens felt like a bit of a rediscover of how creative you can get with such a wide field of view. It pushes you to move, to look for unusual angles, to get really close or step far back and still fit everything in the frame. That's something not every lens can do. And when you get this kind of image quality with this kind of portability, it becomes something you actually want to carry with you, not just a lens that sits in the bag for special occasions. If you are looking for an ultra wide zoom and you are using Sony, I'd say definitely give this one a go. It might surprise you how much you enjoy shooting with it. It's not only a practical choice, but also one of those lenses that makes photography or film or filming feel a bit more exciting again. For me, that's always a good sign, and I highly recommend it. And this is it. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, and I'll see you in the next one.